TV4Education. If you hadn't already guessed, this is my favorite program, and I love the opportunity to expand and show you all the stuff that's available in TV4Education. First thing you need to know is that everything's included. There are no, oh, you want that feature? Well, we can charge you more for that. Or if you want this feature, we can charge you more. We do not operate like that. You get the entire product and you get the entire database, over 160,000 items. And then added to that, you can request content that's not there. You can request content to cover absolutely any topic, any subject, any curriculum code, any curriculum outcome. And our wonderful research professional team here will make sure they get you amazing, engaging content to keep you and your teachers and your students and parents switched on and excited about learning. So today we're going to talk about advanced skills. The first thing we need to cover is the Patron Area. What's so advanced about the Patron Area? Well, let me show you. So when you have administrator skills, you will be able to go here, patron and patron management. Whenever you go in here, it'll bring up your record. However, you can go and find someone on the system who's having access issues. So you type in Smith and it'll bring up all the Smiths, or you can type in John, or you can type in S or SM or JO or JO. You type in as much or as little as you want, and the system will bring up everybody that meets that. So when people can't access the system, they'll generally ask you, why can't they access the system? So in this case, this person can access the system using whatever is in that field called barcode, which could be the administration number, it could be a legitimate barcode, or it just could be something that you've decided to give in it. That's one way of accessing it. Another way of accessing it is by the username. My recommendation is you should think about making the username the first name, especially if you're a primary school, and do it all in lowercase, make it a standard, okay, with a full stop, and then the surname. Now all of a sudden, John can access the system with 5555555 or with johns.smith. He can also access it by his email address. So your people can access it either by the email, by the username, whatever you choose to give it. We can generate that for you if you want, and by the barcode, administration number, whatever you choose to put in that field. They will be asked for a password, and if it's a new person and you put them on, what you can do is you can go change password, give them a password like a generic thing like password, all in lowercase, validated as password, and when you go save, it's going to come back to this screen, okay? And by default, that is turned off. So you can say to everyone when you give them a new password or change their password, you go, all right, John, you can go and log in now and use the password to get in, and it's going to ask you to create yourself a new password. And people being people will forget their password, so you just come back here and you change their password back to password and click on change password at next login, and they're up and running. It's as simple as that, okay? However, a very, very important piece of information is the role that they are given. By default, everyone will be given a role of a student, which means that when they get into the system, they can play the videos and the lessons that have been assigned to them, okay? So that's what that role does, student role. However, let's say for argument's sake, you put some material on that's MA or that's M, and you want to restrict to certain year levels. So when you go into the class grade, if you choose a year 8, then if I save it, it'll go to the year 8 class grade table and grab the security rating for a year 10 and put that up in here. If you made him a year 12, it'll grab the security rating for a year 12 and put that in here. If you made him a staff member, then it'll go ahead and it'll look for whatever the rating for the staff member is, and it'll put that up here. Okay, so it's very important that the class grade is tied to the security. So that's important. Okay, and where do you do that? I'll show you in a minute where you set the global parameter for that. However, if they are not a student, okay, what you should be doing is considering whether you give them two other options. You can give them the role of a librarian, or you can give them a role as a teacher. Okay, now what the teacher role does, it puts the TV4Education button on their page when they log in, which means that not only do they have access to the school's collection, but they can go to the TV4Education and do a number of things. They can access over 160,000 videos and review and add it. They can add YouTube content. They can build lessons, which we're going to deal with in a minute. And they can say, I need to teach this particular topic and I want content for this. And we will go and do the research, not of just the TV4Education content, but we will look globally all over the world for current and exciting, engaging content that will really switch your children on. We won't give them stuff that some backyard company created about 15 years ago in Castlemaine and give you a black and white, unengaging, uninteresting video. We will go around the world and find amazing, engaging, current, topical content for you and provide it. But you need that TV4Education button. The only way you're going to get that for the teachers is you give them the role of a teacher or as a librarian. Okay, so that's the start of that. Now, remember we were talking about the security level. Where's the security level set? We said it's set in class grade. So if I gave this person the class grade of a year 12, then he'll have year 12 security. If I gave him 10, he'll give him year 10. If I gave him 3, he'll give him year. So where is that set? So you go to the menu, you come down to configuration, and you go to the authority editor. And in the authority editor, you can click on class grade, because that's what it was called. Click on class grade, and there's all your year levels. And if you choose your year 12, just click on that pencil, and it'll say the year 12 has a security of 12. Okay, and the year 10 will have a security of 10. But if you look at a teacher has a security of 999, we go, no, my recommendation is they should have a security of 50. Okay, which means that anything that is added as an MA will automatically say you need to be at least a security 50. In other words, at least a teacher to be able to have access to it. So that's what that does. Okay. So that's on the patron side, straightforward. Now we're going to go into the schools collection, and you're a teacher. Now what will happen when you're a teacher, you're going to see a video that'll appear here. So let's have a look at this National Geographic video. Okay, it's an M-rated video. All right, so let's go a bit further down, and there's an MA rated video. The last thing you want is for an MA rated video to be showing up on a year 6 screen, or on the year 7, or on the year 10 when they've logged in. But you might have wanted this particular Game of Thrones video because you're the performing arts teacher and you're putting on the Christmas pageant, and when you watch that Game of Thrones at some point you saw a scenery, so you get your woodworking teachers in and your maintenance guy in, and you want to present a screen to them and show them, this is what I want this forest screen of Robin Hood to look like. And so when you put it on there, this video, even though it is MA, can be restricted. So if I click on the edit button of this video, so if I bring this up here and I click edit, what you're going to see over here is the catalog record for this particular video. And what this catalog record actually does is every individual record attached to the system has a security code. In that case, 50. And what that will do for you is it'll say that this video is only for teachers. Okay? Now, if you want to share it with the year 12 woodworking class to give them a screen grab or whatever, don't change that, because if you make it year 12, which you can, if you made it year 12, what that will mean is every year 12 student, when they log in, they're going to be able to watch that video. So a good idea is to leave it at 50, okay? And what you need to do is, if you want to share that with a class, here's the share icon. Click on that share icon and say, I want to share it with my year 12s. You have to choose the year level. You can say, and I only want to share it up until the end of October. And that's the URL. And now you can just copy that URL and you can send it to absolutely anyone you want. Okay? And when you do, when they click on that, the first thing is they have to be a year 12 student. And doesn't matter that it's MA, you have chosen to circumvent that. So it will not appear on their screen, but they will be able to watch it by clicking on that click. And after this particular date, it will stop working, that link. Okay, so that's how you can get around the security to be able to give material to people that you want to give. And by the way, when you do that, we record who did it and who you shared it with, and then everyone that clicks on that link will record that Justine clicked on it on this day at this time and watched it 4 times. Marianne clicked on it on this day at this time, watched it twice. Joseph clicked on it on this day, but he only watched it once. So we'll give you a report on all of that. Okay, so that share icon is a way to take not just content that's restricted, but to take absolutely any content, including YouTube content, choosing a year level, choosing expiry date, getting a link, distributing it, and then making those people accountable by giving you a report of who participated. Okay, and if someone's name's not on that report that should have participated, we can guarantee you that they've never clicked on that link, because everyone that clicks on the link has to be logged in to watch it. If you're single sign-on, it just plays, we know who they are. If you're not single sign-on, or if they haven't been on the school's network, they're at home and they try to access it and they haven't already signed on, it'll prompt them for a login screen. Okay, so that's what we do as far as being able to track the activity on the system. The next thing we want to do is, this video is, let's have a look at this one. Okay, Indian pasta style recipes. All right, now, I mean, that's just bizarre that it's a curried pasta. But let's say, for example, you got this and you want to make this discoverable. Now, all you need to do is, in here, if you search for Indian style pasta recipes or spicy masala or masala Indian or masala pasta or any word or phrase, this video will come up. But the point is, I don't want to search by all of that. I'm putting this into an assignment, and that assignment is going to be called Year 10 Domestic Kitchens. That's what you want to call it. And it's not just this one video, but you've added websites and you've added other videos, and it's all Year 10 Domestic Kitchens. So how do I make this discoverable so that when a person goes in here and searches for it, that they can bring up this video and every other video that is tagged as Year 10 Domestic Kitchens? Now, the reason you can do that is because every video in the system has an eye for information. And when you click the eye for information, under the title, there is an edit button for those people that are managers of the collection. And if you want to be a manager, go and ask whoever the administrator of the system, say, I want to tag my own videos. Or you can turn around and say, I'm going to send you the tags for the videos that I want you to put it on. My bet would be, try to make sure that you can tag your own videos. Now, to be able to do that, you need the edit button. Click on the edit and it'll bring up all the tags and the ways that this video is tagged and made discoverable. Don't worry about any of this. Only concentrate on 2 areas. And the first area is not subject. Don't fiddle with that. The librarian will get very annoyed. Click on local subject. And in local subject, you can type in anything you like. So, year 10, kitchen management. That's what I've called it. Okay. And you can go ahead and you can type in anything you like in here and it will add it to the system. But you need to be set up to be able to do that. Okay. So if you type in year 10 and you hit enter, it'll say this is not in the system. You go, oh no, okay, that's because I want year 10 kitchen management. And then when you hit enter, it says year 10 kitchen management is a new local subject. Are you sure? And I go, yes. So now I can search for year 10 kitchen management. I can also search for home eco, if that's what you call it, instead of home economics. And it says home eco is a new local subject. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. How many tags can you give a one video? Everything in functional solutions and TV4Education is unlimited. You can add unlimited videos and you can add unlimited tags. What you might also want to do is click on notes. And if you've got an assignment, 2-page assignment or 200-page assignment, why not paste it in here? Just go control copy and then control paste. And every word and phrase you put in here becomes searchable. Last thing is remember to hit the save button. When you hit the save button, all those changes are saved and you can just exit out of here and it takes you back to that. So now when I search for year 10, this video will come up. And if I did it to this video, and to this video, and this video, and this video, and I search year 10, it'll come up for all those videos. That's what's fantastic, to be able to tag a video. Okay. Now, if you've tagged a video, and let me just go, I know there's a tag in here called maths. Okay, and when I do a math search, there's all these items that come up. Now, because I'm also running an integrated library system as well, it's also going to bring up the library books. I could have gone maths and TV4Education and it'll only bring up the videos, but I wanted a lot of content coming up. Okay, so now if I want and I'm going to start tagging new material. So let's go maths, TV4Education. Okay, so there's all my maths TV4Education. So I've got lessons in there and I've got a whole bunch of other material in there, okay, about maths. Now, if I am a maths teacher and I had tagged them not as maths, but maths year 5, maths year 9, maths year 12, and so forth and so on, I could have done that search and then I click on this advanced search button. When I click on that advanced search button, it says keyword equal to maths and TV4Education. If I go and do a search, it'll say those are the only 2 words that have both of them together. But let's just do maths. Okay, so there's all my maths. So when I do a search, it'll say there's all my TV4Education maths. Okay. Now what I can do is I can say, now that I've got all my maths resources, I'm going to click this external link. And what that will do is that will give me a URL based on this search. And what that does is this: I can go and say to all my kids, on the maths department homepage, I've put a button, and that button is called Maths Year 7. I've also got another button, Maths Year 8, Maths Year 10, Maths Year 12. So if you click on that button, and here's the URL I put behind that button. Remember that create external link? Remember that button, external link? So when I go to the new tab, I'll put this URL behind it, which was created by the external link. Don't worry what's in the URL. All you need to do is put the URL behind the button, or send this to all your year 9 students. Say, year 9 students, here's the button you need to click. And when they click on it, this is the experience that they're going to get. It will bring up the system. and it'll do the search and it'll bring up all the resources, not when you created the link 6 months ago or 9 months ago, but at the point of them hitting the enter button or hitting the button that does the search, it'll bring up all the current resources from the most current going backwards. Okay, so you can now go and add as many new resources as you like. Just go into the subject local area, local subject area, and put in the tag term of just maths or maths year 12. And if that was your search term, then it'll only bring up the year 12 maths for your students. Okay, so that's a way of tagging materials and then creating through the advanced search button, putting in the keywords and then doing a search to validate it, and then grab the link and now making that available. And you never have to ever go and give them an updated list, because every time they click on that link, the link is automatically always updated for them. Okay, now we're going to go into the catalog record, and we've got some records in here. So let's have a look at this video. Okay, or yep, this video here. Okay, The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross. Okay, and that's a video, and of course if you watch it, you can fast forward it and you can say, I'd like to add a website to that video as well, and I'd like to add a PowerPoint presentation. I'd also like to add a Word document. I'd like to add a YouTube video. So in other words, when this record comes up, there's the information about it, and instead of having a URL that just plays the video, and of course so that I can download it, okay, I would like to add other URLs that point to other related digital information. How do I go about doing that? It's very easy. So the first thing you need to do is, let's go back into here and let's go into Google, okay, and let's do a Google search. So in Google, I want to find some material on learning to paint. All right, and I know of a particular website which is, let's have a list, painting for beginners. Okay, and let's go in here and have a look at this website, and I go, oh, a step-to-step guide there. This is fantastic. I want to add this particular video or this particular website to my painting, to my video here. And it's very easy, because remember we said everything is unlimited. So find what you want and then just grab the URL. Okay, right click and go copy. Now that you've got that, go to the load up the video that you want to add it to and click on the I for information, and that's where that edit button is very, very powerful, and you need to have it. So click on the edit button, and remember I said you can tag it by just looking for the local subject field and putting in whatever tags you want. This local subject record has all these tags, but I want to add that URL. So there we've got a URL tag. So if you click on the URL, that's the URL for the video. So just go to a new one. So in the new one, remember I copied that that particular record. I went right click and I went copy. And now in this particular catalog record, I just go right click and paste. And then I got to give it a description. Lesson 7 on painting. Okay, and that's all you need to do. So when you go ahead and you add that, and I'm going to save that. So that's lesson 7 on painting. And I also want to add another document there. And the next document I want to add is let's go here and let's go to my Google Docs or my Microsoft 365 Docs or whatever document that is sitting on your network that is available to be viewed outside of your school. So I just go to Docs, okay, and in my case it's my Google Docs, and then I'll go down to the one that I want, and so let's go to which one? Screen rights COVID-19. Okay, so I can click on that document and it'll open it up for me, and then all I need to do is I need to just grab the URL for that document. Okay, and again Control C to copy it, go back into my catalog record and just paste, and school doc on how to give it whatever description you want, and then just go save. Okay, now what I've done, I've actually gone to the catalog record. I've brought up the record here, I've clicked on the edit button, and it's allowed me to go there. So what does that look like? So when you load it again, okay, the record will come up, except I've now got, let's bring that I for information and bring it back. I have got lessons on painting. Remember this one? When I click on that URL, it takes me to Google and brings up the Google Doc. And then I've got school docs on how to paint. So that's going to your Google storage, bring up the Google document and bring it up there. Okay. And so you can see it's easy to take any record in TV4Education by clicking the digital information and adding as many other digital items regardless of where those other digital items sit in the world. Okay, now if that Google Docs did not have authority for a year 7, when they clicked on there, it'll ask the year 7 to log in to be able to open that document. Okay, but what we do is we allow you to give it unlimited information. All right, now the last thing we're going to do is we dealt with all the internal side of TV4Education. What about TV4Education? Okay, I am in TV4Education. Now you know that in TV4Education you can go to recently added or learning tube, which is content specifically tied to curriculum outcomes based on requests by teachers. You can go to documentaries, you can go to movies, you can go to YouTube and so forth and so on, or you can do a search and look at all the material under maths on the system. Okay, so just do a search and there it'll come up, and then you can scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll, or you can click on the subjects to do a search. Okay, and these are all the subjects, and you can go, oh, I want science, and no, it wasn't science, I want STEM, and yep, STEM is what I want, and mathematics within STEM, and then it'll bring up all the material that you want on here. Okay, and of course if you want the video, click on the video, click on the star, that gets added to your system. However, you're teaching a very high level maths, so what you do is you say, I want maths, but I want pure maths. So you type in all the specifics about the maths topic that you want. Now I am obviously putting rubbish in here for a particular reason, because when you put in your search and you hit enter and you get no more results or no results found, TV4Education is the only system in the world, the only system that guarantees your teachers that when they get a no results found, it's no big deal. You just click on, I want to make a request, and click on make a request, and I want to request material on a particular topic. Click on topic request, say it's for my year 7s or it's for my year 12s, and if you've got a curriculum code, you can put it in. Now they say, what, national or state? We couldn't care less. If you've got both, national and state, put them both in. And then give us the subject, give us a lesson aim, and any additional information. And when you go submit, within 48 hours, we will come back to you with a list of resources, and it may not be from free to air, from Foxtel or YouTube, but it could be from NASA, could be from Stanford, could be from one of the 28 other digital areas where we have license to get digital content and make it available to you. And these people, these companies, not some backyard place that makes Mickey Mouse content, they make educational content with billion-dollar budgets to satisfy you. And they're proud of it, and we're proud of them. Okay, so that's how you can do that. Of course, you can say, no, I'm interested in Foxtel, and we don't give it lip service. We guarantee to give you absolutely anything out of the entire Foxtel spectrum. So if you go to www.foxtel.com.au, okay, and go to the TV guide, we will give you absolutely anything from here. Please remember, this is not a way to bypass Foxtel subscriptions for you individually. This is to provide content that you need to use to be able to teach and communicate topics for your students in your class. Okay, but you can request anything and you'll never get a response from us. I don't think that's educationally relevant. Our job here is to make the learning experience for students par excellence. That's what we pride ourselves, and we're recognized for that. So give us the challenge. Tell us the topic or tell us the channel. And everything that we do in TV4Education is free of ads, with the exception of YouTube. So if you're in TV4Education and you say, yeah, but I've always ever only used YouTube, so you can still go to YouTube and you can do a search here, and that will go to the wonderful YouTube website, and you can go, I'm interested in this and I want it. So when you click on star, that will add that resource to the system. Okay, but what it will also do is it'll make it searchable by all this bibliographic information that's there as well. Okay, now we don't download YouTube, and we'll make sure we keep you legal with YouTube. Okay, it's all about doing the right thing. Okay, so thank you for the opportunity to expand on some of the more advanced features on TV4Education, the way that you can actually go and grab any record and then annotating that record by adding keys to make it more searchable, any word or phrase, including typing in the whole Encyclopedia Britannica into the article if you wanted to. Okay, and it'll be searchable in here by any word or phrase. Building a button for specific search criteria. And if you're a maths teacher and you teach maths 9, 10, and 12, why not tag your videos with your maths 9, 10, or 12 appropriately, so that when they click on it, they will only get what you want and not want them to see, and not get distracted by everything else on the system. Okay, what we've also shown you how to do is that you can go into TV4Education, and it doesn't matter what you need to teach or communicate, we'll guarantee you that you can have content for that. The last thing I want to just touch on is smart classrooms and building a lesson. And I'm going to build a lesson using YouTube. And this is where we are just so far ahead of the pack, it's not funny. Maths Division Year 8. Give it any title you like and save it, and then add a resource. You can add any of the 160,000 plus resources and as many of them to the lesson, or YouTube, one of the billions and billions of YouTube lessons in there. So I'm going to go YouTube, and I'm going to go Maths the Wacky Way. I love promoting Faye Gallagher in maths because she is just amazing, absolutely amazing. Add that to my lesson, add another video, go down here, and I'm going to add that to my lesson, and then I'm going to add another video, Wacky Science Maths, and I'm going to add this one to my lesson. So there we go. Now if I just shared that lesson, that's my URL, okay, the lesson will just play. The problem is each one of these videos, let's pretend each one goes for half an hour. That's an hour and a half of wasted time, when in actual fact I only want a minute and 2 minutes on that video, 3 minutes on that video, and 2 minutes, then 3 minutes, and then 4 minutes at the end of that video. How do you edit? Click on the scissors, the video comes up, start of edit button, end of edit button, and name of edit button. So let's play it. Let's go here, let's go start of edit, go here, end of edit, and go here, name of edit. It's called 1. Let's go to another part, start of edit, end of edit, name of edit. Please watch this. And that's the name of my video. And now I'll just close. Okay. And then I can do the same with that, but I can add questions. And that's my question. Okay. Here's my answer. 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 But that's the answer. And this is also the answer. And now I'll go save. So you got multi-choice, yes, no, find the missing word. You can do whatever you want in there. But I'm just going to go save. And that question is down there, but I'll move it up, and I'll move it up again. So now I've got video and question, video, and I can add more questions obviously, and I can add more edits. But if I play that video, the video will load, it'll fast forward to the tag, play that tag, move over to the next one, play that tag, and then stop. And then you can go back and answer the question. Okay, so very easy. And if you want to then take that video and put into your learning management or wherever, or even email it to your staff, click that and share. And the beauty about that is when you share it, we will give you a report of everyone who participated. We can give you a report of everyone who participated who got 100% right. We can give you a report of everyone who participated that got any of them wrong. So, and we can have it sent to you automatically by email. So you don't even have to check the work. It will just tell you that these kids didn't get it right. You need to work with them. Amazing. And everything that you do is stored in your items. You don't have to go and search for all the lessons in here, because every individual teacher has a My Items button, and every individual student has a My Items button. And a copy of the lesson is put in here for the teacher and for every student that participated as well. So they don't have to go around looking and finding material. Okay? Thank you very much for going on this advanced YouTube session. If you'd like us to do another session in a more detailed way, just to cover very specifics, whatever those specifics are, might just be something like, we'd like a bit more detailed training on smart lessons and the reporting aspect of it. Just put in a request. We'll be glad to do another session like this. And catch us on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and do a search of TV4Education. You will be amazed at the amount of resources that you will find. So YouTube on TV4Education. Whoops. Okay, so just go to YouTube, and in YouTube just do a search of TV4Education and enjoy all the free training sessions that we provide. This one we've just done will go up there too. Thank you.